House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she is determined to push for mail-in voting across the country in the next relief bill. To take all of this up, the chairman of the Republican National Committee, Chairwoman Ronna McDaniel. Ronna, great to have you with us. This is quite something now. Is the president, the task force, the entire administration, in fact, the entire government is working on a whole-of-government response to this pandemic. The radical Dems, principally, I guess the great avatar is Nancy Pelosi, fighting the American people, fighting the ideas and ideals of this country, and attacking this president relentlessly. You've had some extraordinarily, I think, terrific responses to it. But I can't even after watching the special counsel, the idiotic attempted impeachment, I would never have believed that the radical Dems would have the guts in the midst of national crisis, national emergencies, to be as partisan as a rabid dog.
It really has been shameful, Lou, to see the Democrats try and put these election reforms across the country during a time of crisis. This is their liberal agenda. They want to take away the safeguards that ensure the integrity of the election process. Every American should be paying attention to what they want to do. It's frightening. Listen, Republicans and the president, we want everyone who's able to vote, who should vote, to be able to do so. But we also need to have safeguards to make sure that people who shouldn't be voting don't. And in California, when they went into that state and filed a lawsuit, they found that there were 1.5 million more people registered to vote than there were adults in the state. That's the problem with mail-in voting. You're sending out ballots to people who no longer live in the state or who've passed away, and you're losing those safeguards to the election that ensure the integrity of the process.
Absolutely. It's extraordinary to me that there's so little regard, seemingly at the top of the Democratic Party, for the integrity of our electoral process. They're just scared to death of voter ID. They're scared to death that there will be proper supervision at the polls. There seems to be only one explanation that fits all of those loose ends, and that seems to be, as the president put it, they want to cheat.
Yeah, it's really frightening. I mean, why shouldn't we show our ID when we vote? We show our ID to go into federal buildings. We show our ID to fly. Everything we do in our lives, we have to verify who we are, except to vote, because Democrats say for some reason that's against our democracy. It's shameful. And the other thing they're pushing is ballot harvesting, which is paid activists going door to door to door to collect thousands of ballots and say, you know what, give me your ballot, I'll turn it in for you, which also is rampant with the potential for fraud. So we need to have these safeguards in place. In this time of uncertainty in our country, we need to have faith in our electoral process and our election process, and that's what the Republican Party is fighting for.
Well, let me give you an opportunity to get involved in the race in Kentucky, if you would like, between Mitch McConnell and the likely Democratic candidate, Amy McGrath. She's outraised McConnell. Does that concern you?
I'm always concerned when we're seeing our candidates be outraised. Mitch McConnell is a prolific fundraiser. Let's just not forget that McGrath, in the course of one day, flip-flopped several times as to whether she would support Brett Kavanaugh on the bench, and Mitch McConnell never wavered on whether we would get Kavanaugh on the bench. So we absolutely need to return him to the Senate. But they have this instrument called Act Blue. It's an activist fundraising machine for these Democrat candidates. That's why we launched Win Red with the president's help, to make sure we can get that same small dollar online fundraising for our candidates.
And I'll give you an opportunity to weigh in on Georgia as well, because the national SRC stepping into that with nasty comments toward Congressman Doug Collins in the race against Loeffler. Sides chosen. That doesn't seem to be going too well for establishment Republicans, though. What are we going to see happen here? Because this is just ugly to watch.
Well, that's why the RNC, we stay neutral in primaries. The RNC does, for a lot of reasons. One, because when you come out of these divisive primaries, when you're the neutral party, it's easier to reach your hand out to the other side and say, let's get back together because we have to make sure we keep that seat in Georgia. So as this goes forward, we're going to make sure that whoever gets through the primary, and we hope it doesn't get so divisive that their negatives are so high that it hurts us keeping that seat, but we are going to make sure that whoever comes out of that primary wins that seat so we can maintain our majority in the Senate. We have a 3-seat majority in the Senate. We have to keep our majority.
Yeah, have you had any discussions with McConnell and the leadership in the Senate? Because those were some of the most vituperative comments I've ever seen against a Republican running, who's not the choice of this majority leader, certainly, but to attack Collins in that personal and nasty way, not once, but twice.
Yeah, the NRSC has a standing policy that they support the incumbent. That's been their policy since I've been RNC chair. We stay neutral in these races at the RNC, and so do many of our state parties for the very reason that we've got to bring people together at the end of these races. We need to keep that seat. I'm very concerned about Georgia, and I hope it doesn't get so negative that we can't elect somebody to be our senator in that state.
I had to ask just to see what you were going to say, because it's got to make you very uncomfortable. Always.
We're going to keep the seat, though. We're going to keep the seat.
And I've got the message. Thanks so much, Ronna McDaniel. We appreciate it. Good to see you.